Hey, what's up guys? My name's Storm. Today I got some Smite gameplay commentary for you, and playing as Cupid, the god of love. I'll explain him and his moves in this video, and I'll tell you all about what Smite is. So first of all, Smite is a MOBA game, and that stands for Multiplayer Online Battle Arena, which is just a mouthful, but I'm a nerd so I know these things. And this game is like League of Legends, Dota 2, any game like that, and it's really fun. But this game is in a third-person perspective, and I know that League of Legends and Dota 2, I believe, are also in third-person perspectives, but it's a bit different. It like follows your character in a different way or something. It's not like an overhead view, it's like a behind-you view, if you know what I mean. Yeah, you're picking up what I'm putting down, obviously, because I explain things so well. Either way, really good game. If you like those games, I'd try it out. Like, don't be like, oh, I don't think I'd like this game. Don't do that. Don't judge a book by its cover. Try it out. And even if you don't like League of Legends or Dota 2, like, I'm not the biggest fan of either of those games. And I love Smite. I love it so much. I play it every day. And you know, me and my friends play it together. It's just a great game to have fun, and I feel like it needs more players, because I'd rather not have 4-minute queues, if you know what I'm talking about. But, so I'll explain what happens to anyone who doesn't really understand a MOBA game. So there are 3 lanes: there's left, there's middle, and there's right. Usually 2 people go left, 1 person goes middle, and 2 people go right. And like, there's no rules saying that you gotta do that, but that's just usually what happens. So you just lane in like the first couple of levels. You level up in the game, and you get gold, and you buy items. It's kind of complex, and I'm not gonna go into full detail, but basically the point is to get 2 towers, 1 phoenix, and then at the end there's the Minotaur, and each lane has those 2 towers and the 1 phoenix, but there is just the 1 Minotaur, and then once you kill the Minotaur, you win the game. That's how it's set up. It's like the Nexus in League of Legends, I believe that's what it's called. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I know what I'm talking about. But either way, that's how it works. That's how you win. And I always win, because like, I'm just so good at this game. Just kidding, guys. But yeah, so I'll explain my god, which is Cupid, and he's a really good god. He's an AD ranged. That means he does attack damage, and those are my basic attacks or auto attacks, whatever you want to call them. And so that means they do extra damage. And his moves are Heart Bomb, Share to Love, Flutter, and Fields of Love. His one is Heart Bomb, which is just you hit the enemy with a heart, and it does damage, and it'll beat for a few seconds, and it'll explode doing more damage. Or I think it's the same amount of damage that it initially did when you hit him. But either way, it's a pretty good move. I like tracking people down with it. It's a skill shot, so it does take a little bit of aim, precision, but you know, because I'm just a MLG legit X player, I hit every single shot I take, so it's no big deal for me. Just kidding, you guys. But either way, his second move is Share to Love, I think. I should probably know this, but I don't, because I'm really classy at gaming or commentating or something under that manner. But it's a heal. When you put it down, it drops 3 hearts, and you walk over it, and you'll get a certain amount of health, more health the higher level it is. And if your friend or your allies pick it up, you get mana back from it. So it's a really good move. It's he's definitely really good utility player. Me and my friends will kind of like set up lanes, and we'll be like, oh, I'll run Cupid, and then you can just run like some ham mode thing, and I can just heal you, and you can run in and, you know, take a bunch of damage or whatever. So it's nice. It's a good setup. I like it like that. And his 3 is Flutter. You just saw me use it to get away from the Minotaur. It's a dash, and it gives him like a speed buff and attack buff for a few seconds after I use it. And it's really good for, you know, getting away out of like fighting scenarios if you're really low in health, or, you know, or like you're running away from the Minotaur, for instance, like I just did a few seconds ago. And that's a nice move. I prefer a player with a dash just because I tend to run into the middle of risky situations because I'm an idiot, and then I run out. So that's cool. His ult is called Fields of Love. For anyone who doesn't know what an ult is, it's basically your big boom, do all the damage, do all the stunning, do this, do that, and kill the entire world move. And his is called Fields of Love, like I think I said like 20 times by now, but I'm gonna say it again because I'm really good at it. Fields of Love, Fields of Love. Alright, but so basically arrows drop down from the sky and they swell up and then they explode, stunning and doing some damage. It's a pretty big AoE, which is area of effect sort of dealio going on, and that's cool. Right here we pick up the Fire Giant, which will give a buff to your entire team if they're alive. Or it will give it to your entire team, to anyone who is alive. And it's basically just a big buff. And if you get it, it's kind of like push, push, push. We have like extra power now. We're superhuman. Let's do this. And that's what we try to do, I think. But this is kind of just like a highlights vid, so you can't really see us pushing towers or anything. Cause you know I can't commentate over like 30-minute gameplays. These games are pretty long, you guys, for anyone who doesn't play this type of game. But yeah, so I think I went over everything that has to do with Cupid by now. Oh, actually I should talk about his passive. His passive is, I believe, called Mesmerize. It may not be, I'm not sure. But basically a passive is something that goes on all the time. There's like no cooldown for it or anything, and it's just going on all the time, like I said. And once I hit 10 auto attacks, I'll get like an extra buff, and that buff is when I hit my heart bomb. Excuse me, I just burped. But when I hit my heart bomb, I'll stun the enemy that I hit it with for a few seconds, and I believe my heal does more when I call it in. My flutter doesn't use it, so if I get the buff and I use flutter, it won't go away. And then I believe my ultimate maybe like stuns for longer or something like that. I believe it uses it in that way. But yeah, so overall, Cupid, good god, recommend him to anyone. 80 ranged, like I said, or maybe I didn't say it. I don't know. I don't even know, you guys. It's so hard to keep track of things when you're talking like this. But yeah. So one last thing I want to talk about is, as you may have noticed and maybe not noticed, I'm new to YouTube, so I appreciate all the likes and subscribers. It really helps. And I take recommendations for videos you want to see. I'll play any or most games. I'm willing to buy some games if you guys want to see them, so just recommend them for me. Right there we win. We killed the Minotaur. It was a good game. I went like 14-2 and then some number of assists. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, so like I said before, like if you liked the video, subscribe for more, and share with your friends. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.